right, David, a little bit of action out there tonight, but nothing too crazy.
Yeah, you know something, we had a little bit of snow last night, made the roads a little slick, but tonight, clear skies tonight, and then tomorrow night, this time we'll be dealing with some rain along the coast and some snow inland. So it's been kind of an active pattern. I don't want to say it was too active, but a lot of things happening this week. We had the extreme cold, and then we turned mild again, and overnight tonight, we'll have just enough cold air in place before the next system comes along. So right now it's 17 degrees in Caribou, Calais at 31, Bangor 30 degrees, Waterville at 33, Berlin at 35, Freiburg at 39. Notice these temperatures are a little bit well above freezing right now where you look at Portland and contrast that 29 towards Freiburg. There's some cloud cover over there. We have some clear skies, so we have a little bit of radiational cooling that's cooling things off a little quicker than some areas. So that's why you're seeing kind of an inconsistent temperature pattern out here. Portsmouth at 34 degrees. Anyway, breeze out of the northwest right now. It's a light breeze, really not too big of a deal. But we are watching this system out towards the southwest. That's going to be moving quickly up through the Great Lakes, and we're going to be on the mild side of that storm, but there's just enough cold air in New England that it's going to support some snow at the onset, especially across the higher elevations and inland locations. And because it's moving so quickly, that's why we're expecting some snow lasting a little bit longer than had it been a slow mover. A little bit of snow shower activity moved through earlier, but really not much going on right now across the area, just a few clouds. Overnight tonight, look at the temperatures dropping into the single digits to the north, teens just to the south. Bangor, you'll end up about 19 degrees. Bar Harbor in the mid-20s, down towards the mid-coast and southern portions of the state in the mid-20s. And then Berlin, you'll be dropping into the lower 20s, as well as in Freiburg, where you're above freezing right now, so we're expecting those temperatures to drop. Starting you off tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock, so we'll start to see clouds on the increase, so it'll be a chilly start tomorrow morning. But by the afternoon, watch what happens. We thicken up those clouds out towards the southwestern portions of New Hampshire. You start to see those blue colors on our screen. That represents snow. That rapidly moves into the area as we go through the evening. Look at this, all the way into Augusta where we're seeing some snow falling. Wiscasset, you're in the upper 30s along the mid-coast down over to Portland. I think you may see a couple of sleet pellets, some wet snowflakes, but other than that, I think we stay mainly rain with this. But to the north and to the west, look at this. It moves through pretty quickly by 11 o'clock tomorrow night. Even down east, Eastport over to Calais, I think you'll still stay snow at this time tomorrow night. Bangor staying snow. Millinocket up towards the north, you're still snow. But down along the south coast and mid-coast, you're seeing some rain into New Hampshire. But look how fast this moves out. By 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, it's out of here. By 6 o'clock on Friday, still a couple of snow showers left over in northern portions of the state, maybe some rain as you head to Rangeley. But for the most part, this gets out of here by the afternoon, and we're left with some milder temperatures. By the way, Portland, 52 degrees, I believe 1955 was the record. We could be pushing the record high temperatures. Bangor was 48, and I think we may hit 49 degrees. So we'll watch that closely as we go into Friday. Could see some record warmth. 3 to 6 inches across northern portions of the state, 1 to 3 as you head towards Bangor, down towards Lewiston, just to the north, Freiburg, into the Conway area. And then along the coastline, little if nothing. But again, along the down east coast, we could see maybe a coating to 1 inch or so, because that's where the cold air is going to hold on just a little bit longer. We'll watch that closely. But for the most part, really not a big deal, but some of the higher elevations could see some snow. Here are those temperatures I was talking about as we go into Friday. Look at that. Rockland, 50 degrees. We'll be pushing 50 in Portland, down towards the south. Still holding on to cooler temperatures to the north, but these are still way above average for this time of year. Here's what we're expecting on the seas tomorrow. We do have a small craft advisory that goes through Thursday, 1 o'clock in the morning. That goes through a couple more hours, but I think we'll probably add to that as winds continue to gust out of the east-southeast tomorrow, so we'll be watching that closely. Here's 7-day forecast, and the weekend, after we get rid of this snow and rain on Thursday night, Friday's warming up, and then the weekend looks pretty average. Watching a system towards the south late Sunday, I think maybe southern New England may have to contend with it, but we're going to keep our eyes close on that. And then next week, by Valentine's Day, looking pretty chilly. And that's not talking about hearts, it's just chilly.
Not ours, at least.
Not our hearts, right?
Never.
No, never. Okay, I'm in trouble now.
Thanks, David.